leave alone a festival. I think we cannot even celebrate a cricket victory without being stoned or attacked. That is the reality. Welcome to the Islamic Republic of India, where when you look right, there is a mob with Molotovs in hand glaring down at you. When you look left, there are intellectuals and academics itching to cancel and deprive you of your livelihood. Where when you look up, there's an effigy of yours swaying gently from a cable. And where when you look down, there's a freshly dug trench smelling of damp earth waiting for you to fall in, right next to where you are being flogged inside a circle of men and women baying for your blood while the police stays silent. Welcome, Pranesh. This is not our future. This is now our present. And resistance is futile. Submission is inevitable. Welcome. We are an army of men and we can only follow, never lead like a one-man army. So there will be no more brave gurus, no more Banda Bahadurs or Shivajis. We are the sheep being led by Mahatmas to the slaughterhouse where la guillotine awaits. And as you wait for your turn, you can hear its distant rumble and then snap. And now, leave alone, as I said, Hindu festivals. We can't celebrate India winning a cricket match without being stoned. Remember 3 years ago? When in town after town, Delhi, Ranchi, Ludhiana, Prayagraj, Saharanpur, in state after state, Bengal, Maharashtra, Punjab, UP, there were reports of widespread arson and rioting and attacks. The sound of the azan was subsumed by the chants of Sar Tan Se Juda. Scores were killed, and for what? Outrage over a Hindu quoting Islamic scriptures? What has changed? You may hate his guts, but Akbaruddin Owaisi was absolutely correct, Pranesh. The only thing that stands between Hindus and their total annihilation is the police. Remove it for 15 minutes and it's all over. Pranesh, they say the darkest hour is just before dawn. But where is the dawn? How many such stories will you hide? Look, it is high time we talked of real discrimination. Tell me, is it discrimination against Muslims or against Hindus when Ram Navami, Hanuman Jayanti, Durga Puja processions, even Garba celebrations are attacked and stoned with impunity? Is it discrimination against Muslims or against Hindus when Muslims are shouting from the mosque they will behead Nupur and all those who oppose Azan and Hijab? Or when Muslims are pouring onto streets demanding beheading of Kajal Hindustani? Or when Muslims are gathering in their thousands for the funeral of terrorist Yaqub Memon? Or when Muslims are rioting on the streets because someone's Facebook post said Aurangzeb was a mass murderer? Tell me, Pranesh, is it discrimination against Muslims or against Hindus when a sitting Prime Minister says minorities have the first claim to resources, where the judiciary says it is too late to prosecute those who raped, murdered, ethnically cleansed lakhs of Hindus? Is it discrimination against Muslims when Hindu temples are exclusively controlled by the state, when Hindus have to beg for Waqf land to celebrate their festival, while the government usurps thousands of acres of temple land and is responsible for more than 1 lakh temples losing crores in rental income? 10 seconds. Stop blaming Hindus by saying they provoked the Muslims by making their procession through quote-unquote Muslims areas or near mosques. The essence of Azan, which is, quote, there is no God but Allah and no one has the right to be worshipped but Allah 4062, unquote, amplified through the loudspeaker 5 times a day, whole year round, near a temple, is not provocative. But celebrating Indian cricket victory one day near a mosque is?
Even saying this is provocative, Dr. Ranganathan.